There's nothing that I won't do.
We're going to the jungle, folks.
Oh, dude, this is superb. We're living in the jungle, we're cooking food, the sun is shining. It's like a schoolboy's dream. Hello. It's mad what we're putting ourselves through. It doesn't take much to have an emotional journey in here. Absolute torture. There is pressure to keep everybody happy. I'd like to let her talk about it. It's just unnecessary, Matthew.
Well, so is your attitude, you know?
No, it's not, man. We want to make sure Mo gets into that house.
It's quite made me cry.
Joey, couldn't beat Kian.
Something I'll definitely never forget for the rest of my life. Stories that I'll be gladly telling my grandchildren, hopefully.
And the new king of the jungle is Kian.
With a heart of gold. Earlier, you voted him the latest member of our Jungle Royal family. Please give a right royal welcome to the King of the Jungle 2013, Kian Egan. There you go, Mr. Kian Egan, our King of the Jungle. You got a big chair there.
This is crazy.
How are you feeling right now? You are our hero of 2013. How is it? It's all a blur.
Yeah, it really is a blur. I don't know, it's such a strange... I mean, the whole thing has been an amazing experience, and, you know, everybody that took part is the winners to me. It's not about, you know, it was never about coming in here and all of this crazy, weird thing, and it's like... I don't know.
David will fix it. He'll style it out for you. He'll style it.
That is one camp crown.
You wore it 1 year as well.
I won that camp. I like a peacock.
Kian, I know you watched the show and were a fan of the show. Is it what you expected it to be?
Way harder.
Really?
Way, 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 way harder.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the food obviously was the hardest thing, and just big lulls. I had 2 days of... I never felt anything like that in my life before, where I just couldn't get out of bed. I was getting weird head rushes when I stood up and just had to sit back down. And yeah, so way, way harder, way more emotional than I ever thought.
Well, let's talk about that, because one of the, I know for me as a viewer watching it, was when you had the night of luxury, which was a lovely surprise. But then when you met Jodie, let's have a little look at this.
Oh no.
Get the tissues.
What would you like us now? I mean, what would you like?
Honestly, burger, chips, ketchup. Oh my God! Oh, baby!
And you're crying as well.
Oh, dear, well enough. At that stage, you had been, you had kind of been in there for like a week. Are you going to well up again? Stop it.
I know.
Were you surprised by just how emotional things are, and even just seeing Jodie, what that meant to you?
It's just the separation, you know. I mean, whatever. We've been apart before, you know, when I've been away with Westlife and things like that. But we've always been in contact, and you've always been able to talk to her and talk, you know, how's Koa, and see him on FaceTime or one of these things, you know. And it's like, just to not know and then to see her, and I think. When I just saw her, I just couldn't believe it. It was like the day I remember she walked into my dressing room in Manchester, and I thought, that's the woman I'm going to marry, you know. It was like, honestly, it was like that moment again for me. Obviously, I knew at that point I'd already married her, but you know, and but it was that feeling again, and it was very surreal. I was totally not expecting. I mean, me, Mo, and Steve were in there, and we were going, this is blow away already, you know. Like, we thought, oh, you know, we'd wake up in the morning, we'd get shipped out of there, and we'd be back in, and they were like, no, you're going to have lunch and breakfast. We were like, what? It was unreal, wasn't it?
And then after you, sometimes we look after you.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, we're sitting there thinking, oh, you know, we're just going to have a bite to eat now. And I turned around, and I could hear footsteps in the background. I turned around, and she was there, and it was just...
It was such a beautiful...
It was honestly, my heart just jumped out of my chest.
And I
couldn't
think
believe
most of the people who watched it at home, it wasn't just the relationship with your lovely wife. You were quite romantic with a guy there. There's a bit of a bromance going on with the
sure
certain
was.
Let's talk about
Me and my
that bromance. Let's have a little look at you and your brother.
Fonzie, my bro, your little boy's £10, and he smiled for the first time today. Fonzie's a cool dude. I'll give him a kiss if he wants one.
You guys are such a good team.
Stars, baby!
New friendships.
Absolutely.
Lifetime friendships.
All right, I got to say goodbye to Kian.
Kian, really quickly, are you going to keep the bromance going outside the jungle?
Absolutely. I'm going to be living in his house and he's going to be living in my house. There's no way they're going to separate me and my bro.
already set up plans.
Absolutely, bro. I can't wait to see AJ as well.
Thank you very much, Kian. Time for another quick break, but when we return to the final part of the show, we'll be putting your questions to King Kian. Plus, we take a look back at the best of what we've been up to on ITV2. Like David with a python coiled around him, don't move a muscle. I'll see you in a sec. As you can see, King Kian and our campmates are with us, ready and raring to take your calls. So without further ado, let's get started with the call. We've got Maureen in Enfield. Hi, Maureen. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thanks.
Good, good. What's your question? You have a question for Kian?
Yes, please. Hello, Kian.
Hi,
Congratulations.
Maureen. Thank you very much.
I loved watching you this year, especially in the cyclone trial. And it seemed to me that you went back and to help the others along, and I was just wondering if you're always such a gentleman.
Well, honestly, Maureen, I was just thinking about the food and I saw the two girls. And I was like, right, I got to get them on the stars. So I picked up Lucy and, you know, pulled Lucy along. And then I saw Amy, I pulled her along and, you know, just tried to get everybody on the stars. It was all about the stars, but, you know, I just wanted to get everybody onto their stars. That's all I kept thinking, you know. And that
Very heroic moment, though.
It was funny. It was fun. I don't know. It just happened.
Congratulations. Anyway, well done.
Thank you,
Thanks,
darling.
Maureen.
Thank you so
Lots of love
much.
back to Enfield. Thank you very I have a question here from Nisar Khan. Hello, Nisar. This is for Kian. How long do you think it will take to adapt back to normal life? You've already seen Jodie.
Well, honestly, just sitting in here and being around so many people is already very strange.
Yeah.
As Mo said, actually being on flat ground does make a huge difference in your life. I think, I don't know, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm just looking forward to spending time with Jodie all day and, you know, having a hot shower, eating some normal food, having a few drinks tonight with everybody.
Rob, you've got another question really quickly.
This is for Kian from Gosha. If you were to describe how you feel right now with a song, what song would it be?
I'm definitely flying without wings.
Goodness, amazing. Well, thank you so much, guys. We're nearly done for the series. Well, sadly, that's it. Time to say cheerio to our Jungle HQ for another year. Before that, let's hear it one more time for all our amazing campmates and, most of all, our new King of the Jungle. Over the last 3 weeks. We've loved it and couldn't have done it without all of your tweets, calls and comments. We'll see you next year. Until then, goodbye. Long live the